Hello, soap lovers, and welcome back to our channel. Today is a fantastic day to dive deep into the glamorous, scandalous, and utterly unpredictable world of Fairmont Crest. We have some incredibly juicy updates to unpack for the Wednesday, June 3 episode of Beyond the Gates, and trust me, the drama is reaching a boiling point. Grab your favorite beverage, get comfortable, and let's dissect the brilliant madness together. What happens when the puppet master of Fairmont Crest decides to stop playing with money and starts playing with the lives of the town's top cops? We are about to find out, and frankly, it is absolutely mind-blowing. Joey Armstrong is officially taking his manipulation tactics to a level of villainy that we have to simultaneously despise and applaud. For weeks, we have watched Jacob Hawthorne spiral into a dark abyss of PTSD and survivor's guilt following the tragic death of Derek Baldwin. Derek took a bullet meant for Jacob during that disastrous plasma ring warehouse sting, and the trauma has left Jacob obsessed, paranoid, and desperate to catch the elusive impaler. But Joey sees Jacob's trauma not as a tragedy, but as the perfect weapon. In the upcoming June 3 episode, Joey executes a masterclass in psychological warfare. Knowing that Police Chief Elon Hawthorne is already losing sleep over his son's deteriorating mental health, Joey saunters into the police station wearing the sickeningly sweet mask of a concerned old mentor. He sits down with Elon and spins a web of lies so intricate, it's terrifying. Joey convinces the police chief that Jacob's relentless pursuit of the plasma ring and the impaler is the exact thing tearing his mind apart. Joey argues that if Jacob keeps digging, his PTSD will completely consume him. It is a brilliant, twisted move. Joey is weaponizing a father's love to protect his own criminal empire, and watching it unfold is going to give us all absolute chills. But Joey doesn't just stop at playing the concerned friend. He brings a fully orchestrated distraction to the table. He actually sets up a highly dramatic, entirely fake hostage rescue situation in a completely different city. Joey pitches this to Elon as the perfect, legitimate excuse to temporarily reassign Jacob and get him out of Fairmont Crest. It's a classic misdirection play. Joey wants to clear the board so he can quietly erase all remaining evidence of his black market plasma syndicate. And Elon, blinded by his desperate need to save his son's sanity, actually starts to buy into it. It is incredibly frustrating to watch a seasoned police chief get played like a fiddle, but that is the terrifying power of Joey Armstrong. He knows everyone's exact weak point, and Elon's weak point is, and always will be, Jacob. Just when you think Joey's manipulation can't get any darker, he drops the ultimate bombshell. He slides a set of photographs across Elon's desk, and the contents are enough to make any father-in-law's blood run cold. The photos show Naomi Hawthorne, Jacob's beautiful, supportive wife, being actively tailed by professional, lethal assassins. Joey leans in and delivers the kill shot. He claims that the only way to guarantee Naomi's safety is to force Jacob to completely drop the plasma ring investigation. Joey paints a picture of imminent death, suggesting that the syndicate is ready to strike Naomi if Jacob takes even one more step toward the truth. This is where we have to pause and analyze the sheer ruthlessness of Joey's strategy. He isn't just threatening Jacob, he is threatening the innocent woman Jacob loves, forcing Elon into an impossible corner. Elon is thrown into an absolute panic. The thought of losing his son was bad enough, but the thought of his daughter-in-law being assassinated on the streets of Fairmont Crest, it completely shatters his professional composure. In a moment of sheer, unadulterated terror, Elon makes a drastic call. He doesn't just suggest Jacob leave town, he orders him to. Elon demands that Jacob immediately transfer to another state to head up security for an international conference. The confrontation between Elon and Jacob is going to be one for the history books. Elon, terrified and desperate, forces Jacob to accept this out-of-state assignment immediately, refusing to give his son any logical explanation for the sudden transfer. He can't tell Jacob about the assassins tailing Naomi because he knows Jacob would instantly go rogue and start a bloodbath to protect her. So Elon has to play the heavy-handed, dictatorial boss. But here is the massive twist that proves Jacob is still a brilliant detective, even through his trauma. Jacob doesn't buy the tough guy act for a single second. When Jacob looks into his father's eyes, he doesn't see the authoritative glare of the police chief. He sees the raw, naked fear of a terrified parent. Jacob is traumatized, yes, but he is not stupid. He instantly deduces that someone has gotten to his father. And who has the power, the motive, and the manipulative skill to terrify the chief of police? Joey Armstrong? In that silent exchange, Jacob realizes that Joey is the man behind the curtain. This is a monumental turning point. Joey thinks he has successfully exiled his biggest threat, but in reality, he has just confirmed Jacob's worst suspicions. The game of cat and mouse has just escalated into an all-out war, and Jacob is now armed with the knowledge that Joey is willing to threaten his family. Now, let's take a collective breath and pivot from the dark, gritty underworld of the plasma ring to the equally chaotic, emotionally turbulent world of teenage romance. Oh, young love. It is beautiful, it is messy, and it makes people do incredibly foolish things. Case in point, Tyrell Richardson Smith. As we all know, Tyrell recently experienced a major coming-of-age milestone when he shared his first time with Jessica Harris. He confided in Martin Richardson about his insecurities, and we all thought things were looking up. But then, the harsh reality of post-high school life hit them like a freight train, and Jessica broke up with Tyrell over the daunting prospect of a long-distance relationship. Tyrell is currently nursing a shattered heart, and he is absolutely refusing to let this newly blossomed romance die. So, what does a heartbroken, impulsive teenager do? He comes up with a spectacularly bold and arguably terrible idea. Tyrell is actually considering throwing away his long-held dream of attending his top-choice university just to stay close to Jessica. Yes, you heard that right. He wants to sacrifice his entire academic future for a high school relationship that just ended. Let's analyze this for a second. From an adult perspective, we are all screaming at our screens, no, Tyrell. Do not give up your education for a girl. But from a psychological standpoint, it is incredibly realistic. Tyrell just experienced a deep, intimate connection for the first time. His brain is flooded with emotions he doesn't fully know how to process. He feels like Jessica is his entire world right now. Is he going to actually go through with this monumental sacrifice? Will Martin or Samantha step in to talk some sense into him before he throws his future away? It is a classic soap opera dilemma, and it perfectly captures the overwhelming, all-consuming nature of first love. Speaking of Samantha Richardson, let's talk about some much-needed positive news in Fairmont Crest. Our girl Samantha is officially the queen of the cotillion. After all the drama, the lack of a date, and the fierce competition, Samantha walked away with the crown, and her family is ready to celebrate her in the most spectacular way possible. Catherine, Kat Richardson, and Chelsea Hamilton are teaming up to give Samantha a surprise that will cement her legacy forever. Kat and Chelsea are not just throwing a party. They are bringing Samantha into the very fabric of the Dupree family's fashion and design empire. To reward Samantha for her victory and her grace under pressure, Kat and Chelsea are planning to name an entirely new, exclusive design directly after her. This is not just a cute gesture, it is a massive statement of acceptance. The Dupree family is royalty in Fairmont Crest, and by naming a design after Samantha, Kat and Chelsea are loudly affirming that Samantha and Tyrell are forever recognized as true descendants of the Dupree lineage. This moment is going to be incredibly emotional. Samantha has struggled so much with her identity and finding her place within this wealthy, complex family dynamic. This grand gesture proves that family isn't just about blood or last names. It's about claiming your people and lifting them up. The Samantha design will likely become the hottest item in town, and it is the perfect triumphant conclusion to her stressful cotillion storyline. We love to see women supporting women, especially within the fiercely competitive walls of the Dupree dynasty. Finally, we need to head over to the sterile, politically charged hallways of Garland Memorial Hospital, because a massive power vacuum is causing absolute chaos. with Dr. Leah Whitmore's heavy involvement in the black market plasma ring completely exposed, the hospital board is scrambling to replace her as chief of staff. Vernon Dupree has taken it upon himself to find the perfect candidate to restore the hospital's tarnished reputation. We already know that Ted Richardson tried to push Nicole Dupree into the role, but Nicole firmly rejected it, preferring to focus on her patients rather than pushing papers and dealing with endless administrative headaches. So Vernon turns his sights to Monica. He formally proposes that Monica take over the prestigious chief of staff position. But guess what? Monica delivers a resounding no. Just like Nicole, Monica makes it abundantly clear that her true passion lies in medicine, in the operating room, and in directly saving lives. She refuses to be chained to a desk dealing with budgets, PR disasters, and the massive fallout of Leah's criminal activities. You really have to respect these brilliant female doctors for knowing their worth and setting firm boundaries. They refuse to clean up the mess left behind by a corrupt administration. But this double rejection leaves Garland Memorial in a very precarious position. Vernon is running out of local options, and the hospital desperately needs a strong, uncorrupted leader to step in and take the reins. And this, my friends, is where the rumor mill is exploding. With Monica turning down the job, the door is wide open for a highly anticipated crossover event. We are hearing strong whispers that a new character is about to make their grand entrance into Beyond the Gates, and this character will be a direct crossover from the legendary cast of The Young and the Restless. Think about the implications of this. Who could it be? Could Victor Newman be sending one of his top medical executives to take over Garland Memorial? Could a prominent Genoa City doctor be looking for a fresh start in Fairmont Crest? The synergy between Y and R and BTG is something fans have been begging for, and bringing in a heavy hitter to run the hospital is the perfect way to intertwine these two iconic universes. A Genoa City powerhouse clashing with the Dupree and Hawthorne families? That is a recipe for absolute television gold, and we cannot wait to see who walks through those hospital doors. So, where does this leave us? Joey Armstrong is building a house of cards on top of a foundation of lies, manipulating the police chief and forcing Jacob out of town. But Jacob is far too smart to stay exiled for long. Tyrell is on the verge of making a catastrophic romantic mistake, while Samantha is being crowned the new jewel of the Dupree empire. And Garland Memorial is about to get a massive injection of Genoa City drama. The stakes have never been higher. The lies have never been deeper, and the drama is simply unmatched. What do you think Jacob's next move will be once he's out of state? Will he go rogue to protect Naomi? Let us know your theories, and keep your eyes peeled, because Fairmont Crest is about to explode!